Hello, happy 2023. Oh my goodness, I haven't gone live in so long, guys. So, if you happen to join live or you catch the replay, I need you to grant StreamYard permission so I can see your comments and I can go back and share. I'm super excited about 2023 and the Finish Strong Challenge. And that's what we're here for. We're here to recap the Finish Strong Challenge and also to announce the winner. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. And this person has no idea that they won. They have no idea what they're getting. They just know they're getting some Finish Strong swag. So before we get into what the Finish Strong swag is, I am going to share some feedback with you regarding what I learned about Finish Strong. And I took some notes because I want to hold myself accountable. So there were 5 days in Finish Strong. We started on the 25th, I believe, 26, something like that, 26. And you could get in wherever you want to, and then you could share. And because this person did that, they've won a lot of prizes. But let's talk about Finish Strong. So, several years ago, 2013, I believe, was the first Finish Strong challenge. And I just felt like I needed to go into the new year focused on finishing strong, finishing up some things that I was doing in the current year and focusing on what I would do in the new year. And I really wanted to have some quiet time, some devotional time, and I wanted to journal. And that's how Finish Strong was birthed. So it was actually a 31-day challenge at the time. And this year, I just did not take the time to do 31 days. But I will be doing Finish Strong every year. There's going to be a different twist to it every year. And I'm also going to add additional opportunities for individuals who participate in Finish Strong. So let's get to the recap. So, like I said, it started off with 31 days, and this year I only did five. And I picked five of those 31 that I thought would be really good for anybody who would want to share. So, with that being said, I am going to go right on and share day one. So, day one was strong faith. Even if you're not a person of faith, Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. But I looked it up in the Amplified, and no, this is not church. No, it's not that. But I am a woman of faith, and this just happens to tie to this verse. So I'm going to read it from the Amplified because I love, love, love the way it shares. It says, faith is the assurance, title deed, confirmation of things hoped for, divinely guaranteed, and the evidence of things not seen. The conviction of their reality. Faith comprehends as fact what cannot be experienced by the physical senses. So I summed up that day by saying, you got faith, you got blessings. If you got faith, you got blessings. So rest in that in 2023 and know if you got faith, you got blessings. So that was day one. And then on day two, we did strong understanding. Now, if you're like me, there's some things in life that happen and you just don't grasp why. You don't understand why it's happening. You don't understand why it's happening at the moment that it's happening, all the stuff. You just don't know why. So, finish strong day two was strong understanding. And Proverbs 3, 4, and 5 is very familiar, but I pulled it from New Living Translation. And it says this: trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Whatever you are going through, lean not to your own understanding. Talk to God and trust Him. We got to talk to God when we don't understand stuff. Let me tell you something. I had the biggest blessing happen to me. And within the first 5 days of that happening to me, I literally was like, God, what just happened? What just happened? Like, I did not understand why something I had tried and wanted to do for so long was bringing me so much turmoil and frustration and aggravation and all the things. So I literally found myself being frustrated. So what I had to do was Proverbs 3, 4, and 5. I had to lean not to my own understanding. And when I did that, some things were revealed to me. So the one thing that I was hoping for, the one thing that I was believing for, the one thing that I was trusting God for, yes, I got it. But I was believing, hoping, and trusting God for it for the wrong reason. I thought it was just something I wanted to do, but it was something I was called and purposed to do. And I had to understand sometimes it's not going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be a challenge. Sometimes it's going to be outside your comfort zone. And sometimes you got to go in and work to break down some beliefs, some systems, some strongholds, all the things. So, day 2 in the finish strong was strong understanding. Lean not to your own understanding. Trust God. And I summed it up by saying this: whatever you're going through, I'm going to say that one more time. Whatever you're going through, don't lean into your understanding. Lean into God. Talk to Him. Have a conversation with Him. Conversation means a two-way street. It doesn't mean that you're doing this whole monologue. You talk and then you listen. He talks and you listen. So it works if you work it. Then finish strong, day 3, strong heart. Now listen. Years ago, I had a ministry called Heart to Heart, and I loved it. I actually found my cards from there. I had designed business cards. I had a mission and a vision and a purpose. I had the adult version, and then I had the young girls version, and I loved Heart to Heart. And I still deal with things as it's pertaining to the heart because the heart is so important. But in day 3, I focused on strong heart because I think it's important that we really understand how to guard our heart. We don't need to guard it at such a level that we don't allow people to love us, that we don't allow people to help us, that we don't allow people in. Okay, I'm guilty of that. I'm one of those who I had a associate at one time that was like, I got a barbed wire fence. I think that person said a wood fence. I had all these things around my heart because I wouldn't let people in. I've since learned how to guard my heart in a way that I'm not so hardcore when it comes to allowing people to love me and me to love them. It's okay. So, day 3, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Everything you do flows from it. So guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23. I pulled the scripture from the NIV version. Here's how I captured day 3. Protect your heart from the fickle things of the world. Life is fickle. People are fickle. Things are fickle. It's a lot of fickle stuff going on in the world. Guard your heart from that stuff. Let it roll off your back. Don't get frustrated when things happen. There's been some things that happened to me and they literally have taken me by surprise. And I'm like, wow, whoa, that really happened. But you know what? I take it as a lesson and a growth opportunity. I don't take it personal. And I love it. I love through it. And I love the people anyway, right? Because none of us are perfect. We all struggle, right? So guard your heart. Protect your heart from the fickle things of the world. Now, day 4, strong prayer. Listen, I, for years, worked in a pray. I actually had a job, and my job was to pray. I got paid to pray. Best job ever, right? It was a lot. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I learned how to say what I needed to say in a certain amount of time because, after all, I was in a call center and I had calls that I had to do, and I had a certain amount of time that I had to handle it. So, in this day 4 of strong prayer, Mark 11:24 and 25 in the Message version says this: Jesus was matter of fact. Embrace this God life. Really embrace it. And nothing will be too much for you. Embrace it. Nothing will be too much for you. This mountain, for instance, Jesus say, go jump in the lake. No shuffling or hemming and hawing. I'm guilty of hemming and hawing sometimes. And it's as good as done. That's why I urge you to pray for absolutely everything, ranging from small to large. Include everything as you embrace this God life, and you'll get God's everything. Man, God's everything is amazing, right? And when you assume the posture of prayer, assume, sit in, stand in, rest in the posture of prayer, that is not all asking. If you have anything against someone, forgive. Only then will your Heavenly Father be inclined to also wipe your slate clean of sins. So, in addition to getting in a posture of prayer, make sure you're right with everyone. Make sure your heart is right. Don't have an attitude toward people. I know it's hard sometimes, because sometimes people take you there, but don't allow them to. So, strong prayer. Communicate with God. Simple. Talk and listen. Let him talk, because he listens to us all the time. Our laundry list of things that we run down, instead of saying, God, I thank you for this day, or I thank you for my health. I thank you for my strength. I thank you for waking me up. I thank you for my job. We spend a lot of time asking and not listening. So in your strong prayer life, listen. And then finally, day 5. Day 5 is my favorite. Day 5 is strong keys. How many of you have keys to something? A car, a house, a lockbox, a safe? How many of you have keys to something? Did you know that you have keys to your destiny, your purpose, provision, all the things that you so desire? You have been given the keys. Now, I know it's not necessarily a physical key, but you have been given a purpose, and that purpose is the key that's going to open up the doors of opportunity for you to do so many things. For the last several months, I have had doors opened for me that have blown my mind. And I have several coaches, but I have one coach in particular who he said something so profound to me. He said to me, he was like, when the door of opportunity is extended to you, it won't be open long. Make sure you're ready. And I kept saying to him, but I wanted to open now. I'm ready now. I wanted to open now. He was like, but what you're doing now is preparing you for when that door opens. You'll be ready to walk through it, and you'll be ready to receive the blessing on the other side. So you've been given some keys to open some doors, and you're wondering why those keys may not be opening it, or the lock may be a little, stuck. It may seem like it needs some WD-40. It's because you're not quite ready, but you still have the key and you still have the access. So I need you to use your keys, use your gifts, use your skills, use your talents and abilities to do what you've been gifted to do in the earth. Now, sometimes it doesn't always look like what you want it to look like. I never in a million years would imagine that I am where I am today, doing what I'm doing today, and absolutely loving it. Even when I'm tired, I find the energy to do it. Even when I'm frustrated, I find the energy to do it. And even when I'm like, you guys still don't get it, I find the energy, I find the fuel to get it done. You know why? Because I'm using my keys, my gifts, my talents, my skills, and my abilities. So that is a recap of the Finish Strong Challenge. Now, listen, we're at the beginning of 2023, and I told you we're going to do the Finish Strong Challenge every year. It's going to look a little different. This year was different because I actually have decided to give away a swag bag, custom made swag bag. So the individual had to be responsible for, number one, opting into the event, right? Opting in to the emails, sharing, posting, tagging, all the things. And then I had to choose. And so what I did is I chose by blind, right? Put it all in the cup, take it out, and this one person won. So who is the winner? The winner is Miss Jewel Gibson. Now, we've been connected for a number of years. We went to undergrad together. I think we had some grad classes together, and then we reconnected on social media not too long ago. And she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to bless her with her Finish Strong swag because it's custom made. No one will have what she has. No one, she will not go down the street and say, "Oh, how did you get that?" Nobody has what she's going to get. So she will find out, number one, if she watches the live. Number two, if she watches the replay. Number three, I'm about to message her and let her know that she's the winner. So the winner of the Finish Strong swag bag is Miss Jewel Gibson. Amazing woman. I can't wait to bless her. Now, guys, for those of you who didn't win, I ask you to continue to follow me, continue to support SOAR. SOAR is all about helping you attain the 5 R's. If you don't know about it, go to my website, tiffanyreasley.com, connect with me, and you will learn all about SOAR and all the things that I do. I am an author, international speaker, and coach, and I teach people how to soar beyond the trauma of a diagnosis. And in 2023, I'm going to broaden that scope by helping you live your best life and do it right now, unapologetically. A lot of times we act like we don't have the right to be amazing, and you do. You are amazing, and I need us to walk in that. So it was a quick live tonight just to say who the winner was, to kind of give you a recap of the Finish Strong Challenge, to let you know it's going to happen every year at Tiffany R. Easley Enterprises, and you could be the next winner. So the winner was, or the winner is, I should say, Jewel Gibson. I'm going to message you, and I'm actually going to post it on social media as the winner. I would post a photo, but I haven't gotten permission to do that from her, so I'm not going to do that. However, I can't wait to bless you, Jewel, with the Finish Strong swag. It is super amazing, and no one else has it. You will be the only one that has the Finish Strong swag. Super, super, super excited about it. So, guys, I hope you had a great first day in 2023. I myself did. I've been up since 11:45 p.m. working. So I'm about to have my New Year's meal, right? Everybody in the South, excuse me, knows what that is. I'm going to have my New Year's meal, and then I am going to call it a night. But I am thankful that we finished 2022 strong and that we're going into 2023 focused and fixed on all that God has in store for us. I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening, a great week, and I can't wait to see you in these social media streets. Link up with me. Sign up on my website, tiffanyreasley.com. Schedule some time to talk with me. I am very visible on social media, so I can't wait to connect with you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.